So for our listeners right now, Dan, final question, we'll wrap this up here. What is one thing that our listeners could do this week to help them feel more free?
I think this, that's a very short window, but
Mm-hmm.
I would take a look at it and maybe on a little bit bigger scale. I'm a big bucket list guy.
Yeah, you like those buckets.
Yeah.
First, it started with the Tupperware, if you remember that episode.
Good memory.
Move on to buckets. Yeah.
Good memory. Then we had the 3 buckets last episode. This is your bucket list. And, there was a kind of a comedy bucket list movie, if you remember that. But,
I do.
But yeah, I think, and we do encourage people to have their bucket lists or their wish list.
Sure.
And so for me, if there's one takeaway from this episode, I would say take a half an hour and just go somewhere quiet and just think based on however old you are, if you're in your 30s or if you're in your 60s or 70s, and just ask yourself the question, if there's one thing, if something tragic happened to me in the next 2 weeks, if there's one thing that I could do, what would it be? And oftentimes it doesn't even have to be financially related. It could be, I've always wanted to take this trip down to, southern Minnesota or northern Iowa, like you were talking about at the beginning of the show. It doesn't always have to be about money. I mean, it can be, but oftentimes he'll just need encouragement to do those things because I'll get to that next year. I'll get to it next year. And then sometimes, they're not able to do that. So I think if I could relay one message from this episode, it would be, think of one thing, if something were to happen to you that you definitely want to do, and then put a timeline on it. Whatever that timeline looks like. It might be 2 weeks or it might be 2 months or maybe it's in the next year. And, assuming you've got resources, if it's something expensive, just do it.